funny when people take like those tests and they're like, I got Asperger's, and I'm like, oh well, are you diagnosed? They're like, oh no, I kind of self-diagnosed. I took a test, and I'm like, fuck your test.
No,
you're not. You're not Asperger's.
Bro,
you just don't want to go to work.
Always be friends forever. Yeah.
Welcome to Your Only Friends. I'm your host, Jared Dykas. This is a reminder, we are your only friends. This is where we talk about all things comedy and, of course, all things friendship. I'm here with a very close friend, Mr. Scotty Chi. How are you, Mr. Scotty Chi? Did it crackle?
God damn it.
Oh,
I fucked up.
At the very end.
Hello, dick ass.
Dude,
good to see you again,
I
bro.
was hoping you would pronounce my name like that. Can we talk about it?
We sure can, but first let's cheers this, man.
To that, dude. It's Friday too, brother.
Cheers.
Cheers, Mike.
Cheers to the guy. What the fuck is the Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I knew it. I knew it began with an ick. I knew it wasn't dick, though.
It began with an ick. That's good.
It began with an ick. Or ended with an ick, actually, technically. Ended with an ick. But yes.
You not invited me, I invited you here. You introduced me at Side Splitters Wesley Chapel in front of 10s and 20s or however many people were there.
A good amount of people, actually.
And you were hosting.
Yeah, well, yeah. I didn't know you. I hadn't met you yet, and I was hosting it. And Sean was running the list, of course, and I was looking through the names. I'm like, hey, Sean, how do you pronounce this guy's name? And he's like, dick ass. And I'm like, I'm just going to go with it. And so I'm like, all right, I haven't met this guy yet, but I'm looking forward to meeting him and seeing how he performs. Here he is, Jared Dykas. And you look at me, you're like, okay. And then you were like, it's Dykas, by the way.
Oh, my God. But, dude, I heard that so many times. You know,
dick ass?
Yeah, dick ass.
What kind of last name is that?
Dykas is a popular one, too.
Yeah.
It's Polish.
Oh.
I'm purebred Polish.
I'm Polish as well, too.
Are you?
Yeah.
Do you know about Gwumpkies and pierogies and stuff
like
that?
Oh, my God.
Kibasi? Bro, are you serious?
Oh, my God, dude. Yeah, my father's fucking like 3/4 Polish.
Oh, wow, that's cool. Then my dad, too. My grandmother didn't even like speak English.
Yeah, my
God,
grandparents did, but my great-grandparents did not. They hopped over on the boat.
That's crazy.
Actually, here I got a good story for you. This would be a good one. My grandfather could not speak a word of English. You know, he served in World War I as a Cossack and fought over there. Moved his family from Poland to America. They ended up out in I think Ohio and West Virginia because a lot of Polacks lived out there, other than Chicago and stuff. But he could not get a regular job because he couldn't speak English. So he was a moonshiner, and so he basically lived on the Ohio River. And every time the Pinkertons, which is like the FBI back in like the
early 40s?
early 20s,
okay,
10s, 20s, and they would basically chase him down. He would move his family down the Ohio River. And,
oh my God!
Yeah, so I'm sure
that must have been dangerous.
Oh yeah, I mean that's why.
Like back then.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean you're with a bunch of it's free for all, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And the Great Depression was probably going on around.
It was
that
before.
time?
It was before the Great Depression.
Okay,
I think
cool.
my grandfather was born like 1917, I think. So
that sounds right.
This is like the 20s probably. So right before the Great Depression happened. But
that's weird, man. Imagine if like something happened where unfortunately he got shot. We wouldn't even be here right now.
this probably would have been a good thing, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. No.
You wouldn't have to be dealing with this guy wearing a fucking Curly Howard shirt from the Three
I love
Stooges.
the way that it sits on you, like
yeah,
the face.
Yeah, no, when it's all crumbled like that, it's like Curly with like leprosy or something like that. hey, Mo! Whoop, 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 whoop. And this is happening right now.
At first, I thought you were having a seizure, and I wasn't sure. Let's address the Coors Banquet, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm so glad I decided to choose this one.
So, is this really your favorite beer?
It's my favorite.
I've never had a Coors Banquet.
Way before Cobra Kai, by the way, because Cobra Kai made it popular again. And I would drink these all the time, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, Coors Banquet, Johnny Lawrence, Cobra Kai," and I'm like, "Bitch, I was doing that before that shit, man." So.
Wow. Cobra Kai.
Really, you never had Coors Banquet before?
No. Cobra Kai's the ninja karate thing, right?
Ninja. No, it's a spinoff of the Karate Kid, where it's like the villain and Daniel LaRusso. They're
okay.
35 years later and stuff, and their rivalry. I can't even speak. Their feud continues. I thought it was going to be like stupid and like cartoonish when I first watched it, but it is kind of stupid and cartoonish, but it's a lot of fun.
That's cool. I've heard good things actually about that show.
Did you watch it? That's on Netflix now.
I know.
They're on like 6 seasons.
Bro, there's like 90 things that I need to watch, I feel like.
Same,
where do you find time to watch things? Is it a night thing for you?
I'll be honest with you, I don't know. Like, I choose like a few shows like that I really care about. I'll watch, and that's like really it. Mostly it's like a weekend thing if I don't have any gigs or anything, because during like the week, like after work, I'm usually at a mic, or I'm with my gal or whatever. Or
I love how you call her my gal.
Yeah, she's my gal.
That's such a gentleman way to call your woman.
Well, I mean, look, I don't like calling her my girl because I don't own her. Unfortunately, but
not yet, right?
Not yet. But no, man, that's how
you roll, man.
see it as. I mean, well, first and foremost, even though we've been together for almost 10 years, but
holy shit,
but
dude. I didn't know that at all.
Oh yeah. But we're still, even though we're together, we're fiance, whatever you call it, but we're still friends. We're still like best friends. Like. I got many best friends as well too, but like I can at least be myself with her, and sometimes she gets annoyed by it, but don't we all,
Absolutely, man. Dude, that is such a special thing when you find someone that you can be just like your absolute self around, and there's like no judgment.
Oh yeah.
That's beautiful. The only person in my life who's like that is my therapist, but I pay him to be like that. So really, I need to find someone who I can be myself 100% with.
You should try BetterHelp.
BetterHelp.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be a great segment to tell you more about BetterHelp. I'm kidding. Imagine we had a BetterHelp subscription.
Well, BetterHelp, I'm going to fucking kill myself.
You said BetterHelp, or I'm going to fucking kill myself. Dude, it's Friday. We got the beer.
We got
flowing.
beer. We got
I have something to tell you, actually, as well.
Yeah, what's up?
About this beer.
Yeah.
So in my car, in the parking lot, there are 13 other Coors Banquets, and I got them for you out of a pack of 15 as a going away present, my friend.
Wow, man.
Seriously, do you want to tell the community a little bit about what you're doing?
Sure.
And how long have you been in this area?
I've been in this area for about 4 years now.
Okay.
Basically, when I first moved here, I've always wanted to do comedy, and because I don't know, just Ocala, that's where I grew up in. It's like North Florida. They, obviously now they have a little scene going,
definitely,
which is fantastic. Shout out to the guys at Brick City Comedy.
Let's go.
And basically when I moved down here, I was just like, let's find where I can do like an open mic, really, and it's.
Where was that first spot?
First spot was at Dunedin Brewery. Yeah.
I heard that was cool though. I've been to the Dunedin Brewery. It's nice.
It was cool. It's a cool little setup, but it was like one of those rooms where it's like if you're new, they'll kind of shun you off a little bit, but obviously that's it's normal. Shit happens like that.
Yeah,
but
it almost should be that way.
It should be. I mean,
what kind of world are we living in where anyone could just go up on stage and say anything? You know what I mean? You gotta earn your.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
You gotta. Well, no.
To a degree,
I get what you mean. But obviously, I ate a bag of donkey dicks when I first. I think everyone does.
Everyone does, and we still do. A lot of us, right?
Absolutely. And Miranda, my gal, was just like, "What are you complaining about? It's your first of many. You'll be just fine. Go to the next one." And I did. I went to the next one. It was at Snappers Comedy Club.
Wow, an open mic?
Snappers used to run open mics there, like 3-4 years ago.
But what location was this? Fort Myers?
No, Palm Harbor. On
Palm
19,
Harbor.
Yeah.
Yes. I forgot about that location.
And I did good. I mean, it didn't crush or anything, but it definitely got me inspired to keep going. And basically, after that, I just, a lot of people were like, yeah, you can't just do, you got to do breweries, some clubs, kava bars, other bars. Sometimes you'll be doing mics at people's backyards at parties and stuff, VFWs, American Legions, it's all these shit, dude. I think that's the funniest thing about like stand up. People don't understand is not just linked to clubs. You're going to be doing like if you're like starting off, in your first like 5 to 6 years, you're going to be doing shows in the most ridiculous spots.
Bro.
But there's nothing wrong with that. It's still stage time. It's still experience, and you're still getting your name out there.
Absolutely, dude. I did it. Like my first corporate gig, if you will, today. It was at Hyde Park in Tampa at like Public House, I think it's called, and it was for Keller Williams Young Professionals. They had like a whole Tampa Bay chapter like kickoff event where like all these speakers came, and so I opened up the room and I did like a minute of clean jokes, and I was like riffing with people and stuff. It was pretty fun, dude. But
you're like, so how about this corporate lifestyle?
I
eh?"
know, dude. I just started picking on people in the crowd. I'm trying to get like, and I say this to some of my friends, like this year in 2025, if I had one comedy goal, it's to get like really good at specifically hosting. That's like what I want to do.
Oh, hosting's
like, I'm only
very
about a
important,
year
man.
in, so
Good for
I
you,
think
man.
like I really want to get good at. I like hosting too. Like I like doing this, and I like hosting like people at my house, if that makes sense, or being the mayor and like kind of like facilitating, or even like if I'm at the comedy club and I'm like running the door, I try to like bring that energy where I'm like taking care of people. I try to. I'm not saying I'm the best at it, but
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to get better at hosting. What do you feel about hosting? Is it something that you look forward to going first? And for those who don't know, hosting in comedy is just like you're the opener essentially, right? And then you're bringing people up, things like that.
There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's obviously it's good to get in the door, especially when you're still new. If you're like a year in, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I think that's fantastic for you. Yeah, I mean, hell, even if someone asks me to host somewhere, sure, I'll do it.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, there are people who with that ego where they think, because a lot of people kind of think like the host is kind of like the headliner and stuff, where they have like they're like, oh, I'm in charge of the show. I'm like, well, you're getting the show going, you know, like you're starting it, and you're also what you call it, warming the crowd up. You know, you could throw like a couple zingers here and there, but like I've known hosts who will do like 5-minute sets in between other people's sets, and I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no, they didn't come
onto
here
the
for
feature, bitch.
Absolutely. Unless like they came here to see the host, you know what I mean? Like that's the only, like if a headliner was hosting, if that makes sense. I could see that scenario.
Yeah.
Where it's like I want to see Kevin Hart come back on stage and introduce. Kind of
like when Johnny B does like his dirty shows, like because he'll get like a bunch of people from the scene and he'll host them and stuff. And yeah, I mean, people come to see Johnny, and obviously other people too. But obviously Johnny's got a good big name behind him, so people want to come out and see him. And I totally get it. It's kind of like even the Gotham comedy where they'll do like they'll have like a big like super famous comedian, like they'll have like, I mean, back then I don't know if they do Gotham anymore, but they'll have like Norm Macdonald host, and then the 3 other people that are like headliners, but people don't know who they are yet.
Exactly.
So that makes sense.
Exactly.
Right there.
That's kind of interesting, putting them at the front, huh? Kind of. And that's what people came here to see, typically.
Yeah,
right?
that's what people came here to see. But so they're like basically like the ticket grab. Meanwhile, the other features are there just to get a little bit of cash and also exposure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's smart, man. How long have you been doing comedy for now?
Coming on 4 years now.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's an uncommon year that I hear.
Yeah.
Most people have quit by then, I feel like.
Dude, I know a lot of people that like started a little bit before me, around my time, a little after me, and I haven't seen them since.
What do you feel like the typical quit year is after you make it past a year?
2.
Really?
Yeah.
So if I'm here a year from now, you'd be happy for me?
I'll be super happy for
Really?
you.
Wow,
I'll be
that'd be
thrilled
awesome.
for you because, I've talked about this with a lot of guys who I'm friends with who are like headliners, and a lot of them will say a lot of comics are delusional whenever they reach that 2-year mark where they're like, I should be headlining. You should not be headlining at 2 years. Trust me. I mean, I've headlined like twice, but I'll never call myself a headliner. Whatsoever. I'm only going to call myself a headliner whenever like someone like BT or even Kenny will call me a headliner.
Absolutely. Let me ask you
Yeah.
this: how much minutes do you have good right now? Would you say
30. Without crowd work, like 30.
that's awesome?
Yeah.
Man. To be 4 years, and I don't think people who are not comedians might like be like, oh, what 30 is such a short amount of time.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not, man. Trust me. Like sometimes when you feel like you're halfway through your set, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, I'm only at 17 minutes. I'm like, holy shit, I got this.
Bro, I never even went 17 minutes before. The most I've done is 15. So like for me to
Good for you though, man.
You know,
Yeah.
that's crazy though. 30 minutes is legit, and I think that's like not an easy thing to kind of like accomplish. You know, is like getting that time. Kenny always says too, like when he asks people that questions, I hear like a lot of like people who might have started off earlier be like, oh, I got a clean 30 right now, and they're like a year in or something. And Kenny goes, you know, just because you can be on stage for that long or you can talk that long doesn't mean that you actually have that many comedic minutes, if that makes sense.
Oh no, 100%.
You know, like people
Oh, yeah.
can go up there and crowd work or bullshit their way into a 30-minute set, but it's different.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing someone like that and then seeing someone like you who actually like works on their jokes and writes and, you know, develops.
Oh no, I totally hear you there. Like I did a show with a guy recently who, you know, don't get me wrong, he's a very funny guy. He's, you know, hilarious, but I never heard him tell one joke before, man, because it's always him, you know, just doing like, you know, crowd playing, crowd work. You know, obviously crowd work is hard. You know, it's pretty hard to do, especially if you're with an uptight crowd. But I feel like if you're gonna be like a stand-up comedian, you gotta have your jokes. You know, gotta have your arsenal.
I mean, that's the point of it. Comedically, and not that there's a point, you know, because I get it that there's an art, but I feel like with stand up, you know, you should have some jokes. I love crowd work though, but I'm curious, like, crowd work is something that I'm personally trying to continue to get better at. I looked at it originally when I first started as like it was a trendy thing, and I'm not going to put too much energy towards it. I'm going to focus on writing jokes right now.
Yeah.
But now I'm at a point where I'm starting to get booked for shows that have longer times. So I'm understanding how crowd work could, you know, be beneficial. Plus, like, even to bring it back to that real estate gig that I did today, when I was doing crowd work, those were some of the biggest pops. And my friend Adam Clayton, who you know as well, said, and probably other people said this, but like the best crowd work or a C-level crowd work joke is just as good as like an A or a B minus, B plus regular joke, if that makes sense. Like you could do an all right job crowd working and it could pop compared to like the most beautifully written joke that you've been working all year on.
Yeah.
But like just something organically happens because the audience is paying to kind of see you as the performer, and they attach a lot of value to being able to say something off the cuff, if that makes sense.
Well, especially when you do like relatable crowd work, you know, if you see like a couple in the audience and you ask, you know, how long they've been together, they're like,
People are
I've been here for
curious.
6 years, and I'm like, oh, how's your sex life? Oh, I don't want to talk about it. It sucks, doesn't it? You know. So yeah, people, it's relatable.
Real
as shit.
quick, is that really a thing that you've said before?
Of course. Oh,
so
absolutely.
I
yeah.
love that, and I'd like to talk specifically about another thing I'm trying to get better at, which is like incorporating crowd work that leads into material. Do you understand what I mean by that? Like, I could see in that scenario how you could go on about how your sex life is bad in a whole bit, potentially, right?
Oh, no, I do that all the time. Like, I have jokes where, like, I love talking about me and my gal, of course, and I'll do, like, crowd play where I'll be like, I'll talk about, you know, our sex life being bad, which it is not. But you know, then I'll like I'll ask a couple of them, like, you know, you guys been together for how long? Like 7 years. I'm like, everything's good in the bed. They're like, oh, everything's great. And I'm like, see, with me and my gal, everything is not so much. And then I think you heard one of my jokes where I said, like, you know, it's just stupid little like dad jokes I do. They work.
Well, dude, I mean, I think it's all about being timely in that scenario. Like, if you're leading it into your material, and I think if people, one thing I do want to give you credit on is like you're a really authentic person.
Oh, I thank you, man.
You know what I mean? Like you're really yourself. You know what I mean? Sean as well. You know, I think Sean Guest is another character like that who's just like truly himself.
Well, that's why Sean's one of my best buddies. You know, he started a little bit after me, and you know, he's one of those guys that I can at least I can be open with, because there's a lot of people in the scene who I'm friends with a lot of people in the scene. Don't get me wrong, but I can actually invite them to my home and sit down and have a good conversation with him and stuff.
Absolutely.
And open up even some emotional stuff because he's done that with me too, and he's one of my good buddies. I'm gonna miss that guy. Well, I mean,
I want to talk about that, bro. No, seriously, how does that feel moving away from Sean specifically? I feel like you guys are good buddies.
Sean, no! Sean, no, fuck that guy. I'm just kidding. No, man, no. Look, I have many friends, from comedy from childhood to high school to when I played baseball and this and that and the other. I always say, and mind you, me and Miranda were long distance for a very long time too.
Oh, wow,
because she's from out west. I grew up in Florida, and every time we would part ways, even with friends too, I would never say goodbye. I say, see you later. So it's never goodbye.
Yes.
If hopefully I'll see you before I leave next week, but I will say I'll see you later before I get out of here.
That's cool, man. That's a good mindset
because I will be seeing you. You're in the scene. You're in comedy. We'll be doing more shows eventually.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
So I mean, we're. If the other thing I like to point out is a lot of us, who are chasing this dream of being comedians one day, in what world are we not going to have to make some tough choices about where we live or go and do? And the important thing is that, you came here and you met Sean, you met other people, you got connected to the Tampa Bay area, and you'll always have this family no matter where you go.
100%.
That's something to be grateful for, bro.
Oh yeah, no, I'm very grateful for the scene, for Tampa, for all the just the rooms, the clubs here, man. It's cool, and luckily I've gotten pretty in good with the Jacksonville scene as well. I've done some shows with some people and messaged a lot of them as well, and just talk back and forth, and they're looking forward to having me.
That's awesome
as well
man.
too, and they're like, I've had a few people say, a few headliners say, please get a room going, So,
no way.
Oh yeah, and because I had the one in Ocala for a while, and then that got shut down, and
if you don't mind me
a
asking.
fight broke out.
Was it because of you?
No, nothing to do with me or the comics. It was. I could talk about this for a little bit. This guy who was a Army veteran. Sorry about that, and you can cut that out. And
we will expand that.
Yeah, and look, I love our veterans, and I let him in for free. He was older as well too, because I figured why not. It was actually around Veterans Day, funny enough too. So I figured, fuck it, you can get in for free. And a buddy of mine who was attending the show, I guess he said something, pretty silly to the guy, and he ended up punching him in the face. And and they're like,
knocked him clean.
No, he according to my friend, the guy hit like a bitch.
The Army vet hit.
He was older. He was in his 60s. So yeah, but I mean, old guys are fucking dangerous.
He's an
man.
Army vet, dude. I would be afraid of an Army vet.
Some old guys are fucking dangerous.
No, I'm saying old guys are. I would be afraid,
especially old Army veterans. Jesus Christ, man.
Dude. If they went to Pearl Harbor, they could give a shit about Palm Harbor.
Well, Pearl Harbor is this guy's 100 now.
Oh, true. Dude, this is a really great episode to come out and say, I'm not the best with history.
It's okay.
I'm not the best. I thought the Great Depression might have been in the 40s earlier in the episode.
It kind of was. I mean, the Great Depression was from, I think, 1928 to 1945.
Are you a buff?
Culture
buff.
I have a history major.
Oh, you have a history major?
Yes.
You seem like a very culturally aware person too. Pop culture.
Yeah, pop culture. I've obviously I mean, not so much really today. What's going on? I mean, back then I was pretty big into it, but now I'm just really what's going on in stand up.
Absolutely.
I'll watch Joke World and I'll be like, oh, fucking Dave Chappelle's getting canceled again for saying trans people.
I love Joke
whatever.
World, bro.
Oh, Joke World's great. He lives in the area.
Well, no, he did, and I think he just moved to Austin.
He moved to Austin?
I don't know if he wants me talking about that. But who cares? He's too big to ever watch the show.
You never know, man. You never know.
But Joke World's great. You watch Kill Tony at all?
Yeah, I'll watch it here and there. I've had many friends on that show who got on. Some did pretty good, some not so much, and that's why the show kind of scares the shit out of me.
Yes.
A little bit.
Would you, if you had a button right now that was all right, press this, and I go on Kill Tony, you're just boom there.
If I go on Kill Tony,
yeah, you go on Kill Tony. Would you press the button right now?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. I wish I had
Oh
that
no,
button.
man! Like I've had like friends who didn't do great on Kill Tony. I don't know why I just grabbed the cap and
It was the button. You thought you were
it is
gonna
the
hit
button. And no, I've had a buddy who was on Kill Tony who didn't do amazing, but he still gets shows booked because it's exposure.
Absolutely.
People will, if they see on the flyer this guy was on Kill Tony, oh, let's check him out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's, I mean, sure, why not? I'll do it.
Well, I heard something about how people are getting booked after doing well.
Yeah.
But they just don't have the material to follow up because it was only a minute. And I'm sure that's not the case with everybody, but I'm hearing that's a scenario as well for people. Is that they're getting booked.
That's what I've been hearing from a lot of guys who are like, who've been on Kill Tony multiple times and they either won like golden tickets and they're doing really well. They'll get booked in other states. And I've heard from the grapevine from a lot of people that they don't do great, because it's like they have like those specific minutes and stuff, and that's like all they really have.
Yeah, man. It's unfortunate, but I think it's a great platform for the community.
Oh,
obviously, right?
100%. Kill Tony's like a comic's dream, really, because you got that exposure. I mean, there's like, I think it averages now 2 million views.
That's crazy.
Because I remember I watched Kill Tony back when they were only doing like 40 to 50,000 views back, like maybe not a little over 10 years ago.
What?
Not a little over 10 years ago, a little under 10 years ago.
Under 10 years.
Yeah.
What, really?
Oh yeah, I've known the show for a very long time.
How long has it been going on?
Like over like 11, 12 years now.
No.
Yeah.
Really, Nick?
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
verify that? Wow.
Hey, Jamie, can you pull that up?
No, I know Nick's really into comedy. I was curious, dude. That's cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I think
I
like
didn't know
10,
that.
11 years now. Yeah.
That's really cool, man. Good for them, man.
Oh,
like
no.
if anyone's ever like, Kill Tony's an overnight success. Holy shit, dude! To do something for 12 years, it feels like that now in today's culture with how popular it is. But bro, that's so admirable for 12 years, 11 years, 10 years, whatever the number is, to do something. And
Some
have
people
a
can't
vision.
hold jobs for like 3,
bro.
So
That's a great point. That's a really.
I don't think I've held a job for that long.
What do you do for work, by the way? If you don't mind me
I
asking?
suck dick for money. I'm just kidding.
suck
No,
dick for money.
actually, no. I work in industrial supply, so I'm a salesman for a industrial supply company.
That's cool, man. You're a salesman, though.
I've been doing sales for like 5 years.
I like when comedians are into sales because, like, I feel like most comedians I know would naturally be very good at sales.
Well, yeah, most of us are born with the gift of gab. So I
Yep.
mean, like, I can do jokes and not super
Yes.
filthy jokes, and make people laugh, and they'll buy shit off of me.
Absolutely.
Man. Well, I know Corey Hilliard's talked about this, but because he now he just quit his job, but he used to sell catheters.
He quit his job.
Yeah, he did.
The catheter salesman quit his job.
I got him that job. I used to sell catheters as well.
Bro, see that whole competition that he was
Yeah.
talking about that because of you. That's funny,
Yeah,
man.
and it's fucked up because they didn't ask me what I do. The contestants and all, not the contestants. And I was gonna say I got Corey that fucking job, but I was only on that stage for like maybe 2 minutes after I finished my fucking 90 seconds. So fuck them.
Let's talk about that real quick. So we were both on, what was this, 2 weeks ago?
Off the cuff.
Yeah, off the cuff. It was a comedy competition, kind of like Kill Tony.
Kill phony.
Kill Phony, you're calling it. And we did, what, 90 seconds instead of a minute?
90 seconds. And yeah. And then that's really it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I like that stage, Wesley Chapel. I always talk about that side splitter stage. I like it.
Interesting. I like it, but I kind of don't at the same time because
Why?
It's so bright and I can't see
you can't see shit.
because I have a really bad astigmatism. So
What
like,
does that mean?
you're sensitive to light. So basically,
Oh, okay. You have autism.
Well, that too as well. I really do actually.
Do you really have
yeah,
autism?
I have Asperger's. Yeah.
Do you really have
I
Asperger's?
sort of God. Yeah. I mean, I got hamburger in my butt. I'm just kidding. But
Yeah, that's funny.
I was the OG, man. I got fucking diagnosed back in the 90s.
I thought you were going to be like, I got Asperger's before it was cool.
No, I did. No, because everyone's like, no, it's funny when people take like those tests and they're like, I got Asperger's. And I'm like, oh, well, are you diagnosed? They're like, oh, no, I kind of self-diagnosed. I took a test. And I'm like, fuck your test.
No.
You're not,
That's
you're
not-
not
you-
Asperger's.
bro, if
You just don't want to go to work.
You're just lazy.
You fucking asshole. I'm gonna lick your fucking licking balls later. But I'm a girl. I'm gonna lick your balls later, bitch.
Bro, that's funny, dude.
But yeah, no, Asperger's.
When were you diagnosed, if you don't mind
God,
asking?
like fucking 1997, 1998, probably.
How old are you?
I'm 31. I was like 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
With this hair, I look like I'm 51.
Bro, but I'm not even trying to be funny when I say I would have never like guessed that. Not that there's like this crazy stigmatism, but typically like people with Asperger's, you can kind of tell like, oh, there's something off with that guy. But I never felt that. With
Well,
you.
I always say, it's probably because I was like, don't touch me, please. Well, I always say this. A lot of comics either have really bad trauma or really severe ADHD or autism, you know? And I know a lot with both, you know?
Wow.
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
That's a double whammy.
It's kind of like being in like Santa's workshop, you know? Wait, why is it like being in Santa's workshop? I don't know. Where am I going with this one right now?
Where are we going?
Maybe.
I have something for you. You want it?
What is it?
I have a question for you.
Oh, a question.
Rather,
Oh, yeah.
not a physical
Do I
thing.
believe in Santa? Yes, I do. All right, what's up?
Why the fuck do you have 250,000 YouTube subscribers and you're sitting there and I have 39 and I'm sitting right here? Why is this happening?
Okay. I fooled 100 million people on the internet and convinced them I'm related to Mr. Beast.
Dude, that's like the smartest thing I've heard.
Yeah, because people,
Ever.
I've been told multiple times that we kind of look like, because I used to be kind of famous on TikTok as well. And I used to do like funny shit with that as well back in like COVID times.
What do you mean used? Like it's not the
I got
following?
banned. I got banned.
You got banned from TikTok?
Fuck yeah, I got banned. Look at me.
What was the video?
I think the video was when. Okay, you remember when that Lil Nas X guy made that video of him dancing naked in the showers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretended that I was going to jail for the first time, and I dropped the soap, and it's like I told you long ago, and these well-hung fucking black guys.
Oh
and I'm
my
like,
god!
And yeah, but I tried to fucking convince them.
That is like insane.
I said, listen, TikTok, they banned me, and I did a little rebuttal. I said, listen, I'm bisexual. How dare you? I'm not bisexual, but I mean, I might be. I don't fucking know. And I was like, listen, guys, how dare you ban me for this, for me expressing my sexuality so I could be part of the LGBTQ. They didn't fuck. They were like, fuck you. You're like, we know you're
TikTok
not.
canceled you, and then you tried to go and cancel TikTok.
Yeah, well, we cancel TikTok. That means you got to bomb China.
Yep. Bro.
I know you said
I said
careful.
no Chinese jokes.
You said Asian jokes.
Asian jokes,
okay.
okay.
Well, Chinese is Asian, but I mean, like, then we got to go with all of them. You know, those Mongolians.
You hear that real quick? Mongolians.
Yeah, I think it's China coming after.
China
It's the
coming after.
goddamn Mongolians.
Bro. I think when the one beer hits, you know what I mean?
You fucking cum or something?
I don't know.
That looked like that was definitely your cum face right there.
If my cum face looked that good, dude, I'd have a lot less problems right now.
Give me your best cum face.
Like a little like Giga Chad. Like I come and then I'm like, I think that would like make me more attractive.
This
Like
is-
imagine me coming right now and I'm like, I'm kidding.
You want to know my best cum face? It's this. And when I come, I go, and then Miranda pokes me in the eye. She's like, "You fucking porcupine!"
Oh my God.
Slaps the shit out of me. She's like, "Wrong hole, porcupine."
Bro. Oh my God. Dude, that is stupid. That is fucking stupid. Yep, tin can, Zan.
Tinfoil can hat. Alex Jones.
This is the first beer that we drank on the show.
Really? God, imagine.
This is our 8th episode, and we have never had alcohol or any substances ever on the show, for the record.
Just wait until like me and Sean are on the pod
bro,
together.
dude, we should just save those other 12 beers or 13. And just,
Let them ferment, let them grow and shit.
What's Sean's drink? Do you know?
Sean likes tequila. I remember.
Dude, what a nut.
I remember when he and Corey, when I used to do my podcast, him and Corey Hilliard just come on my podcast all the time, and we always had a little tradition: Pizza Hut and alcohol. And I was be like, because I'd be like, hey, what do you want, Sean? He's like, can I get tequila? And I can't remember which kind of tequila. I don't know why I made Sean sound like that. Can I get
Probably
tequila?
Jose Cuervo, right?
Yeah, Jose. I mean, not Patron, because I'll be like, but you're buying it.
Yeah,
Patron's
dude,
fucking
Patron's
expensive.
expensive.
But no, we did have an episode where we ordered pizza like in the middle of our podcast, and the pizza guy came on the podcast for a little bit, and he was like, I just want to say I fucking hate my mom, and I'm like, well, move out. Get a better job. Move out, motherfucker.
You're just like roasting the stranger in your house. Oh my god.
Well, it's my house. I mean, like if he attacks me, I can kill him. You
Exactly.
know?
And it's on camera.
And it's Florida too.
Yeah.
And it's on camera as well. That'd be hilarious right there.
Let me ask you a quick question. If you had to move to another state, because I know you're moving inside of Florida, what state would it be?
Good question, man. I don't know. I mean, like my gal and I, you know, she's from California, so we've discussed that multiple times and stuff. But you know, with the economy out there, the fires, Jesus Christ,
Holy
you know,
shit,
I'm praying for everyone in LA. I mean, we've talked about, you know, we have talked about Texas, you know,
That's cool.
trying, you know, maybe Austin, but we love the ocean too much.
Yo.
to be away from the ocean.
That's
like
how
that, you
I
know?
feel.
Yes.
What do you feel about New York? You don't seem like a New York City type of guy, unless like you like needed to live there for comedy or something.
You know, like I'll visit there, but nah.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a big city guy, you know. Yeah.
No, you need your space, bro.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like, I need to travel more.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping with the move and everything, because I'm really trying to. Because I mean, I could transfer with my job easily, but I really want to go back to working from home again, because I used to, with the catheter job, I could do that, and because I want to like, you know, work remotely, so that way I can like travel to different places.
Definitely.
And then that way I can like still work, make money, because I just think that the fucking having to, you know, wait just to get vacation time to travel is such bullshit. You know, it's especially you know with comedy and everything. You know, I would like to, you know, branch out of my comfort zone a little bit more. Excuse me. And yeah,
I'm just breathing in that.
breathing in my burp.
The burf.
Yeah,
The barp.
it smells like cum.
It smells
Do your
like
cum face.
That's cool, man, that you're looking to travel like that. I think you should. I think that going to Jacksonville, when you look back on this video, hopefully a year from now, you're gonna be like, I made the right decision. And look at where I'm at now. It might not be exactly where you think it'll be, but
The wrong decision
you'll
coming
be
on
at
this
the right
podcast,
place.
though.
The wrong decision will come out of this podcast.
Yes, it would. Being here on this podcast. I'm just
Being-
kidding. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Thank you, brother.
You're good,
Thank you
man.
so much. We're going to get you and Sean guests on at the same time.
Yes.
That'll happen whether it's here, whether I got to come to Jacksonville to see you guys, and we'll do a little remote episode.
Yeah,
but
man. Oh,
that
for sure.
will happen. I would love to get our three energies together and just see what happens.
Sean
bro.
Guest, you know, Corey Hilliard, to get him on as
Yeah,
well
I want to
too.
talk
Yeah,
to Corey.
Get
Corey's
Manny,
funny.
Manny Guesset
Yo,
on.
Manny Guesset
Yeah.
is a guest coming up. I will come out here and say
He's one of my buddies.
He's one of the people coming onto the show next. I love Manny.
Oh yeah, dude. There's so many great guys, good people you can talk with. You know, I know. Yeah, because you've had a cool. I mean, I've watched and listened to quite a bit of your episodes as well too, and it's like, oh hell yeah, you've had fucking Kenny on. That's cool as hell. Yeah, I was just like, oh. Kenny made the time. That's awesome.
I know, bro. I was really grateful for Kenny. I'm really grateful for Kenny. Like a lot of the comics, like you are, like a lot of the comics around here are grateful for Kenny. So
Oh yeah.
that's good, man. But dude, this was a killer episode. Thank
Hell
you
yeah,
so
man.
much for coming on, my friend.
Thank you for having me, man.
I was just giving you my last little cum face for the night. Wait, real quick before we end.
Cum face. Wait. Why am I shaking your hand?
Yeah, I don't know, because
All right,
we're in a real estate office.
Oh.
Tell us real quick about what you're about to do right after this.
I'm about to come all over the table. I'm going to be as Clearwater Comedy Club at tonight, and tomorrow I'm doing the regular show at 8:30. Then I'm also doing the Dirty Dark show at like 10:30 or something like that. So if you want to, I mean, even though I'm pretty filthy already when it comes to my comedy, but if you want to see me get dark, maybe a little racist. I'm just kidding. Sexist, homophobic, everything, all the bunch. I'm going to be every fucking 4chan guy putting the one stand-up fucking comedian right there. Fuck you, Reddit. Fuck you, 4chan. Fuck you, X-Hamster and Pornhub. They just got banned out in Florida now. Mm-hmm. I got a VPN, so it's okay. And I got a sexy chick that's way out of my fucking league too, man. But other than that, I'll be at the Thirsty Buffalo in Odessa. I love the transition I did right there.
Wait, what?
Thirsty Buffalo in Odessa on Tuesday with the great Amanda Hoffman and Gene by Gene will be there too. And
he just won that competition with us.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he's won like multiple competitions I've been.
Yeah, I heard he's really, really funny.
He's very funny. Yeah, you met Gene?
I just met him that night. Honestly,
get him on here, man.
Really?
He's great.
Okay, cool.
Has Amanda been on this podcast too?
No,
get her on as well.
Yeah, I need Amanda on. I probably will do that within the next month with Amanda specifically.
Fuck yeah. And then my last feature set, it's at Ordnance 1 in Newport Richey.
I've heard things about that place.
Yeah.
Good, bad, ugly, it all.
Hit or miss place. Stefano, he's a good buddy of mine. He's fucking brought that room up from the ground up.
That's
man.
good for him.
Oh,
good
yeah.
For him.
He's been killing that room too. So, but fucking dude. I mean, and they're doing an open mic after too. So, I mean, if you're not doing anything, come up to the open mic.
I think I'm working Sunshine tonight.
On Wednesday? Next Wednesday?
Oh, next Wednesday.
Yeah, it's a hike for you, man, because I know you're down here.
Newport Richey.
Yeah.
But that's I was there this week. It's like 50 minutes away, 45. That's not that bad, dude.
I think they're doing the open mic while also I'll do like the feature spot like in the middle as well too.
Wow.
So come up, man.
That'd be cool, bro. I wouldn't mind doing that at all. Next Wednesday.
Yeah, next Wednesday, bro. Cool.
This episode probably will not be out next Wednesday, by the way.
You fucking better, producer, or I'm gonna kill Jared. And I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna run the podcast.
Oh my god. I'm guessing that it might be out by next Thursday. I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure.
Well, you know what? I am gonna press you on this one too. Sean's gonna treat me and Miguel to dinner beforehand. So if you come up, join us for dinner.
Oh, absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
You let me know about that, and I'll specifically make my way up just for that. For real.
Sounds good. You're the fucking man, Jared. You
brother.
rule. You rule, man.
See you guys later. Thank you guys for watching.
Bye.